What's going on, y'all? It's Derek J407, aka Best Heel Ever, and I'm here to give you my thoughts on Lucha Underground in my beautiful pink suit or shirt. It's salmon, actually. The camera makes it look pink, but it's actually salmon. But still, I'm here to give you my thoughts on this week's episode of Lucha Underground. We are on episode 18. I didn't review last week, but just to recap from last week, they crowned a new Gift of the Gods holder, that being Chavo Guerrero. That was thanks to Cage, who came out there at the end of the match, beat the hell out of everybody, made sure Chavo won so he could challenge him for the Gift of the Gods Championship next week, which next week is now this week. So that match took place in the show, but let's run through this show. It was an okay show. Had a really good main event, but everything else, it was pretty much kind of there. So the show started, it started with showing Pentagon Jr. in Vampiro's dungeon, basically, training. I'm sorry for my shirt changing colors like this. The color balance, white balance, or whatever on my camera is funky right now. But anyway, Pentagon Jr., he was in that training place with Vampiro, who's been training him to make his return, or torturing him in some ways. But Vampiro, he's been beating the shit out of Pentagon. But Pentagon, he says that he's ready to go back to the temple. He has zero fear and all that kind of stuff. Vampiro told him, like, you may be ready to go back to the temple, but you're not ready to take on the monster, Matanza. Not yet. So, usually we catch up with Pentagon after the stuff in the temple is over, but here it was the first thing on the show. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing Pentagon make his return. We've seen Pentagon at his lowest form, so I'm looking forward to seeing him get built back up so we can eventually take on Matanza. So we go to the temple. The first official match of the night was between Joey Ryan and Mascarita Sagrada, of course, with Famous B in his corner. 4-2-3, get fame. So the match happens. It looked like Mascarita Sagrada will win at certain points, but in the end, Joey Ryan won with the Tornado DDT. So big win for Joey Ryan, I guess. We had a Taya vignette, just showed her looking as gorgeous as she always does, beating up a bunch of masked dudes in like a bar or something. So just showing how badass she is. And then we go to King Cuerno in his room, his locker room, something. He has Mil Muertez's seemingly lifeless body just laid up on the wall. I'm talking about how you thought you were the king of the castle and all that kind of stuff, but you couldn't take my spotlight. So he's just talking himself up to a basically dead Mil Muertes, because King Cuerno, he's the hunter, so he has all dead animal heads on his wall and all that kind of stuff. So right there, propped up on his wall, just laid up. It's not hanging or anything like that, but just laid up is Mil Muertes' seemingly dead body. So I guess we'll see how that results later on down the line. We then get to the Gift of the Gods Championship match. Chavo defending his newly won title against Cage. Chavo held his own for as long as he could. He was even able to hit a frog splash at one point, but it just was no good. He was no match for Cage. Cage ended up winning. He's the new Gift of the Gods champion, and he, after the match, announced that next week he's putting his championship up to face Matanza for the Lucha Underground Championship. So, wasting no time. We got another big dude challenging Matanza, so it should be a really good match. Cage and Matanza. It'll be very interesting to see Cage get kind of thrown around the ring a little bit by someone bigger than him. It's rare that Cage is in the ring with someone bigger than him, so that'll be interesting to see next week. Also on this show, a little bit later on in the show, there was was Taya inviting PJ Black and Jack Evans to the back in the locker room area, and she showed them Phoenix's lifeless body. Because, see, the three of them, that being Evans, Black, and Phoenix, they were supposed to challenge for the Trios Championships later in the night, but Phoenix was here laid out. Jack Evans is like, what the hell, we need to challenge for the championship. In comes Johnny Mundo. You could see this coming a mile away. In comes Johnny Mundo, and he reveals that he's their partner. They did a quick air guitar thing, and that was that. I'm sorry about my shirt here. I'm sure it's very distracting. I'm sorry. But, yeah, so now Mundo is their partner. So there you go. Then we transition to Joey Ryan, who is not Joey Ryan. He's police officer Joey Ryan. I forgot his real name, but he's in Dario Cueto's office. Matanza and Dario, they're not there, so he's searching through the office trying to look for some evidence. In comes Cortez Castro, who is Officer Reyes, and he's helping him out. He's telling him, like, this isn't how we do things, that kind of stuff. But Joey Ryan's like, hey, I have nothing. I have no evidence at all, so help me look for something. So they're looking through his desk and all that kind of stuff, and Joey Ryan eventually finds in one of the bottom drawers just a drawer full of money. And Reyes is like, that doesn't prove anything. But Joey Ryan is like, well, shoot, this is money, so this is our well-deserved bonus. So he starts packing up the money. In comes Mr. Cisco right the fuck out of nowhere. He's looking like, you guys are stealing from El Jefe, and you didn't invite me? I got no choice but to tell Dario. It's like, you snitch. You snitch. So he's on his way out, and then Joey Ryan pulls out his gun and badge, and then Reyes, he puts Cisco on the wall. He tells him, like, Mr. Cisco, but then he reveals his real name, which is Francisco Garza, something like that. So Francisco Garza, he placed him under arrest. So high drama here. Very high drama. I really enjoy the police stuff, and chief, or the police chief, or Vasquez or whatever, and then of course Councilman Delgado, Lorenzo Lamas, the actor. He has his employer and all that kind of stuff. So I've been enjoying all that good stuff, and it's good to see it. Cortez Castro and Joey Ryan back in their police form, because that's always been really entertaining. And then we get to the main event for the Trios Championship. Rey Mysterio, Prince Puma, and El Dragon Azteca Jr. defending their titles against Jack Evans, PJ Black, and of course now Johnny Mundo. You get these 6 guys in the match, you're guaranteed to have a damn good match, and that's exactly what it was. It was fast-paced, a whole bunch of high spots. There was one cool spot in the middle of the match where Puma, he had PJ Black in position for a neck breaker, but he placed Jack Evans under PJ Black's arm in position for a DDT. So when he dropped PJ with the neck breaker, it forced PJ to DDT Jack Evans. So that was a really cool spot. But shit spiraled down towards the last minute. Puma ended up hitting a 630 on someone, and then Mundo, who's on the outside, he pulled the referee from out of the ring, and then from there shit just got crazy. Mundo and Taya ended up kicking Mysterio in the balls. Puma got kicked in the balls by I think it was Black, and then Evans kicked Dragon Azteca in the balls. After he tried to come off the top rope, he ended up getting kicked in the balls. They tried to get the victory, but they tried to pin Puma, but Puma kicked out. Then it got to a point where Taya was trying to bring a chair into there, but the referee stopped her. Puma, I believe it was. It may have been Dragon Azteca. He hit a sunset flip on Mundo, so he had him in position to get covered. But then Jack Evans came in, hit him in the back with a steel chair, and Mundo reversed the pin. The referee turned around, counted the 1, 2, 3, and we have new trios champions. That being, I'm sorry for all that, all that noise. You know, my shirt plus all that noise is, I'm sorry. But anyway, so we have new trios champions, that being Johnny Mundo, Jack Evans, and PJ Black. Johnny Mundo finally has championship gold in Lucha Underground. So, like I said, hell of the main event. The heels doing the ultimate heel move of cheating beyond belief and winning the championship. So I'm looking forward to seeing how they run with the titles. Next week, we're getting Cage versus Matanza for the Lucha Underground Championship. So, like I said, you know, two big dudes. That'll be worth seeing next week. And I'll be right here to watch it. I don't know if I'll review it, but I'll be here to watch it. So, until then, I'll see y'all later. Again, sorry for the shirt distraction. Sorry for the noise if you can hear it. Maybe you can't, but if you can, sorry for all the screaming and hollering. I'm back in Columbus, so, you know, in Cleveland. The Cavaliers, they're in the NBA Finals, so of course everyone's going crazy over that. But yeah, again, sorry for all that. I'll try to be better next time. So see y'all later.